Praise the Lord. Okay, I praise and thank God for this opportunity to testify. First and foremost, I want to thank God for all of his blessings and mercies in my life. I'm standing here today as a testimony of God's faithfulness and protection over this past summer when I biked from Austin, Texas to Anchorage, Alaska. I had a brief couple of minutes last Sunday, and it was Baptism Sunday, so I wasn't able to fully share. I also wanted to include some pictures, but unfortunately I couldn't include those today, so we'll have to save that for another time or some personal conversation after church. But yes, I did bike 4,000 miles over a 70-day period from Austin, Texas to Anchorage, Alaska through an organization through UT Austin called Texas 4000 for Cancer. Essentially, the mission of that organization is to raise funds and awareness for cancer research and support services. So me, alongside 35 other students, we biked together starting from the University of Texas all the way to Anchorage. So God kept me safe and he guided me and my team through so many dangerous conditions. I don't even know where to start. We ran into bears, we ran into moose, we ran into caribou almost most days of the ride when we were in Canada and in North America, which was definitely scary. You're running with bear spray in your back pocket and just hoping that nobody attacks you or nobody comes and gets you. And God protected us every single time. We rode through all sorts of conditions, the desert, we rode through hailstorms, we rode through lightning and thunder, and yet God shielded us from all sorts of harm. And looking back, all I can really say is that God's hand was truly with me from the first mile of this trip to the very last, and all 4,000 miles through, God guided and protected me fervently. And I did want to share one story in particular. At the end of June, as I was entering the Alaska Highway starts somewhere in the Yukon Territory, and it goes all the way through Canada into Alaska. It's called the ALCAN, the Alaska-Canada Highway. And I met a couple, Al and Brenda. This is specifically in a very small city called Nugget City. Now, when you think city, don't think Garland or Rowlett. It's like a small half-mile stretch, and it has approximately one gas station and a patch of gas, which is where we were sleeping that night. And I met this couple in passing. It was just a brief hello. I was walking by, and I briefly explained what I was doing with a couple other students and all of our bikes kind of scattered around in a couple of haphazardly pitched tents. And it was just a brief hi and hello. But a month later, when I crossed the finish line in Anchorage, my parents and siblings were not able to be there, but weirdly, Al was there, and I was so shocked. Al was waiting there for me across the finish line, and he told me something that I will never forget. He said that when he and Brenda first met me and said hello to them, he felt that there was some divine intervention happening. When Al saw me at the finish line, Al asked if I was a believer. Al asked specifically if I believed in Jesus Christ. He said it didn't surprise him one bit that I was a child of God and that he felt that God had put each other in our paths for a reason. So that moment reminded me that I wasn't just on a bike ride this summer, I was a missionary. God gave me chances again and again to share his love with the people I met along the road, and Al and Brenda were just one example of several instances of that. Through it all, I felt this church behind me. I want to thank every single one of you for your fervent prayers and intercession on my behalf. A special thank you to Sheba Chichi. I actually stopped through Salt Lake City on my way in the ride. She took me into her home, she prayed over me, she got me dinner, which was one of the first good meals I had along the route. Most of the time we were just eating a can of beans. And she blessed me along the way. And I sincerely felt all of those prayers as I continued to climb through the Rocky Mountains, and in all of the storms and in every single mile that I rode. Isaiah 40 verses 31 was a verse that me and some fellow Christian writers held very close to us throughout the ride. And that says that those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not be weary. They will walk and not be faint. And that's exactly what this summer was for me. Even on my weakest days when I thought I couldn't keep going, God picked me up and led me forward with his grace and mercies. So thank you, church, for your love and for your prayers.